wall of snow, ice, and rocks washed down the mountainside and slammed into us like a huge hammer, impacting into the magical shield Karin St. Laurent had erected to protect the old house and its occupants. I was pretty sure it was the end as the snow began to slide up and over the shield, but then I suddenly felt something in my hand. When I looked down, I realized Karin was next to me and holding it. She gave me a confident, if somewhat strained, smile.
Don't worry. If it breaks, it will be over too soon for us to notice.
Oh, that's good to hear. What about it going over us?
It is a bubble, touching the house at the top and curving to either side to let it go around us. With luck, it will end shortly. I am not sure how much longer I can maintain it.
Just hold on a little longer, okay? I squeezed her hand and let my own chi energy flow into her, supporting her and strengthening her own energies. Although the power for the shield was not coming from within her, the effort to maintain it was taxing her to her limit. Then, after what seemed hours, the rumbling finally stopped. Karin!
It is okay. I am okay. I just need to rest. But first, I must push.
With that, she extended her magical barrier out in a burst of power, throwing back the mountain of snow that was against it and scattering it so it wouldn't crush the house when she lowered the shield. As I lowered her down unconscious to the ground, I looked around the scene of devastation. Nikolai's cats were gone, but so was most of the forest, and the house was literally the only thing standing for what seemed like kilometers in either direction. 1, this is 4. Over.
4, this is 1. I copy. You two good?
Karin's out, but I think she'll be okay. But what about 3?
Missing me already, are you?
Miki!
The last one gave me a bit of a bang. I guess I was a little too close. Tossed me into a snowdrift. I'm up now, just a bit above you on the mountain. Give me a minute and... Ah!
3, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, the number you have called is dead at the moment. Please don't try again. You'll be joining her shortly.
My next memory is of being on my knees, gasping for breath. I couldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it. 1!
4, just because she said it doesn't mean it's true. Get to it as soon as you can. I'll be coming around to join you as soon as I check on the people in the house. Clear?
Clear. I got to work on healing Karin, but the problem was she was unconscious from stress, and there was a limit to how much my psychic healing could help her. I did my best to steady her, and it wasn't long before she was starting to become conscious. I heard footsteps and looked up, expecting to find the lieutenant.
Well, that was most unpleasant, was it not?
Nikolai loomed over us, Sasha on his shoulder, and a mixed group of cats around his feet.
Once again, your team has surprised me with your resourcefulness and ruthlessness. I must say, I am most impressed with a lot of you. Will she be okay? Your sorceress.
She'll be... She's dying.
I see. Well, it is regrettable, but such things happen in life. Now please, leave her and take me to where the ambassador is hidden. No strange movements, or I cannot be held responsible for what my beautiful Sasha may do.
Sorry, too. Okay, Nikolai. It's this way. I got up to lead him in, hoping the lieutenant could catch him unawares, or Karin might come up from behind, when a gust of wind swept over us, and both of us turned to see Fung slowly come down to the ground several meters away. He was surrounded by a whirling pillar of snow that looked like a dust devil, but once he touched the ground, it slid away from him to hover nearby like a miniature tornado.
Well, it seems we have new guests. I should have known something was up when Karin decided to bring a mountain down on top of us. Do I know you, sir?
You may call me Nikolai. You are Fung, are you not? Your reputation is most foreboding. Is your sister Wan nearby?
She's tying up loose ends, and speaking of which, I really should make sure Karin stops breathing.
As you wish, but I am afraid I must tell you that the ambassador has died in the avalanche. So you will not need to stay long once your work is done.
Really? Oh, that is quite the shame. The reward was highest if he was alive. Oh, you don't mind if I see him, of course?
Of course not. Young lady, please show us the ambassador's body. Is something wrong? Children these days. Friend Fung, it seems your whole experience has left her somewhat numb. Child, please, your friend has fallen. Now, let's do what we can to save ourselves.
Okay. Thank you, Uncle Nikolai. I'll show you the way to the ambassador's body.
Oh, wait a moment.
Yes, what is it?
I know why I need her, but why do I need you?
Well,
Yes, that's what I thought. Ifrit, get rid of him for me, won't you?
Quick as lightning, the miniature tornado suddenly dashed forward and snatched up Nikolai and his cats, sending them hurtling off high up into the air and out of sight. Then in a flash, it was back beside Fung.
Handy, isn't he? Air elementals are such a bother to summon up. It took a whole storm to get him out, but now that he's here, I think we can all be quite sure you know who's boss. Can't we? Now, shall we continue our little tour?
You're a monster!
No, he's the monster. I'm the madman. Please get it right. Oh, don't worry, I won't harm you yet. I do believe my sister wants words with you. She'll be so happy you're still alive.
Fung? Shut up.
What?
Karin slapped his heel on Fung, and he started to fall over in pain, energy crackling all around him. Then the air elemental suddenly pushed forward and knocked us aside, picking him up and vanishing into the snow mounds around us. I quickly crawled over to where Karin was laying. Karin! Are you okay?
I have been better. It is as I thought. Fung is not controlling that thing.
What? What do you mean?
Child, I need you to listen carefully. I am not sure how much longer I will last, and you must tell the lieutenant this. Elementals are spirits of the land, and they are bound, not created. To bind them and control them takes a great deal of power, and the person controlling them cannot move while they are doing so.
So he's not controlling it?
No. If he was, then it would have broken free when I tried to paralyze him. His sister must be nearby.
She's up on the hill. I heard her.
As long as she is controlling it, we cannot win. We are like playthings for them. He will return once they get the seal of him, but that will take time. Tell the lieutenant that...
I leaned in and checked her. She was alive, but too weak to do anything else. At that point, I knew that our only hope was if I could reach Miki. If Miki was still alive, she was immune to Fung and Wan's weather magic, and we'd have a chance. If not, I could try to find Wan, because wherever Miki was, Wan would be close by. I pulled Karin into the back doorway of the house and propped her up against the wall, slapping some heating packs onto her chest and putting a blanket over her. The lieutenant would come soon, but I had to do something I knew she'd never let me do. Only I could heal Miki, if I could find her. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Karin, if you can hear me, I'll be back as soon as I can. Sorry. I popped a heating pack under my jacket and then peeked outside. It was quiet and surprisingly still, except for the moaning sounds of settling snow. Shoving my gun in my pocket, I took off running in the opposite direction that Fung had gone. The last thing I wanted to do was to meet him again. My plan was to circle around and climb the mountains, using the snow mounds as cover. I was 10 minutes out when I heard the lieutenant in my ear, asking where I was.
4, this is 1. Where are you?
1, this is 4. I'm up the mountain from you. Did you find 2?
2 is fine. I'm with her now. What happened?
First I asked her to jump to another channel. Then I told her.
I see.
1, I have to do this.
Fine, but keep the comm open. I'm gonna prepare a reception for Fung when he comes back. Watch yourself, okay?
Yes, ma'am. So I climbed. The slope was steep, and the snow deep enough to make my legs ache. But I kept thinking of Miki, and that kept me going. I didn't know how I was going to deal with Juan. She could kill me with a wink of her eye, and I couldn't shoot her, because it would be like shooting a living bomb. If it took that much energy to control the elemental, then I didn't want to think what would happen if she exploded up on the mountainside, with so much snow and rock still above us. This avalanche was small and controlled, but what about a larger one? There were people and towns below us. I was so lost in thought, I jumped when I heard the cat. It was a black one, and it sat atop a snowdrift near me, looking at me with big, fake green eyes. Then with a swish of its tail, it nodded behind it and looked back at me again. So you want me to follow you, do you? Okay, lead on, Macduff. I wonder if you guys have names. Or does he just number you? The black led me to a rocky outcropping, and there, on top of it, surrounded by cats, was Nikolai. His back was broken, and his body stretched out at odd angles. Dark liquid ran down the rocks around him to stain the snow crimson. Sasha looked up at me hopefully as I walked up to crouch down and check his master. But I knew, as soon as I saw him, that there was nothing I could do.
Good afternoon, child. It is good to see you escaped.
Nikolai.
Do I look so bad? Yes, I guess I do. I can see it in your eyes. Well, young lady, it seems we will not meet again.
Nikolai, is there someone you want me to tell? I could...
No. I have lived my life for myself. I have no family. I never wanted others to worry about me. My good times and my bad, they were mine alone.
Why did you do it? I mean, you made these cats. Why didn't you sell them or something?
Does it matter? I am an old man with little time left. Tell me, you did not come here to find me, did you?
No. No, I'm trying to find my friend. Fung's sister has her.
Ah, then I should not keep you waiting on an old fool. Go, and go with my blessing.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I turned and started to run away. I felt so helpless, and I couldn't bear to watch. But then, to my surprise, a raspy voice called out from behind me.
Wait!
Yes?
I have one favor to ask of you.
Yes?
I have a gift I wish to give. It will be my last one. Sasha, that beautiful girl is your new master. Protect her as you would me.
What? But...
Please, take care of my pets. Miss Song, animals are beautiful things, and nobody in life should be without a pet.
Nikolai... Thank you.
You are most welcome.
He was dead, and I walked back to put his hands on his chest. It was a silly thing, really, since I knew the body was now an empty shell, but I still felt the need to somehow make him comfortable. Then as I stood there, I felt a pulling on my jacket, and Sasha appeared on my shoulder. My first impulse was to knock him off, and I raised a hand to do it, but then I hesitated and stopped. He was Nikolai's gift to me, a gift given in what seemed good faith, and I couldn't just get rid of him like that. Well, Sasha? Ready to go? Then I turned and started back up the mountain, a pack of robot cats fanning out around me. I was going to find Miki, and if I couldn't save her, I was going to make sure Juan didn't harm anyone else.
Team Iron Angel, Black Dawn of the Golden Age, Episode 8, Shifting Snows. Written and produced by Robyn Paterson. Starring, in order of appearance,
Amanda Price as the narrator and Soong-Four.
Fiona Thraille as Laurent, 2.
Alanna as Stone, 1.
Tegan Harris as Miki, 3.
Krista Lonnquist as 1.
Jared J. Lee as Nikolai.
Konzak as Fung.
Opening music, Untitled by Peter Chen. Closing music, Cool Spies by Peter Chen. Heroes End, A Legend's Rise by Denny Schneidenmesser. Find their work at soundclick.com. Additional music provided by the Apple iLife Jingles Collection. Sound effects found on findsounds.com, the Transformers Sound Effects Collection, and provided by Axel of the Voice Acting Alliance. Casting done on voiceactingalliance.com. This work and all its characters within are copyright 2007 Robyn Paterson. This step into audio adventure and others can be found at kungfuactiontheater.com, where theater is spelled with an RE at the end because that's how it's done with style. Until next time, 再见, bye bye.